Hello everyone, welcome to Tasty City and I hope you all are doing great. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this delicious and mouth-watering beans porridge and fried plantain. It tasted so delicious. So if you'd like to see how I made this, keep watching and don't forget to click the like button. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. So without wasting much of your time, let me introduce you to the ingredients and let's get started. Here are my list of ingredients, and for this recipe I'll be using 5 cups of black-eyed beans. You can feel free to use any beans of your choice, and this beans has been soaked for 4 hours. I actually strained out the water as I was about to introduce the ingredients, and pre-soaking the beans for like 3 to 4 hours usually helps to cut down the cooking process. So next with me here is my 4 ripe plantains. For my protein of choice, I'll be using mackerel fish, and it has been cut, cleaned and washed, so feel free to use any protein of your choice. In here I have about 10 tomato plums, 1 purple or red onion, 4 garlic cloves, 1 scotch bonnet pepper, 1 red bell pepper and 1 green bell pepper. So next here I've got my palm oil, because there's no beans without palm oil, and I'll be using about 1/4 cup. Here with me I have about 1/2 cup of blended crayfish. Here with me is some smoked paprika powder, which is totally optional. For my seasoning cubes, I'm using fish and vegetable seasoning by Knorr, and this is how the pack looks like. Or you can feel free to use any seasoning cube of your choice. Next, I've got some curry powder and some salt to taste. So let's get cooking. Now, to begin this recipe, you will start by adding your washed beans to a clean pot. Next, add in some water to cover up the beans. Once that process is completed, cover and allow to cook down on a medium heat for at least 15 minutes. Alright guys, so in here I have my tomatoes, red bell pepper, scotch bonnet pepper and garlic. I'm just going to cover up the blender, blend this up until it is nice and smooth. So once that process is completed, preheat some vegetable oil, and when it heats up, add in your mackerel fish and fry each side for about 4 to 5 minutes thereabouts on a medium heat. At this point, the fishes are ready. I'm going to be taking them out from the oil, place them on a paper towel and set aside. So back to our pot of beans. It has been cooking on a medium heat for 15 minutes now, and as you can see, the water is now looking dark. So what I'm going to do at this point is to go rinse out the beans, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm done rinsing out the beans, and what this process actually does when you cook your beans this way is that it helps to reduce bloating. So at this point, I'm just going to add back the beans to the pot. Okay guys, so at this point I'm going to be adding in some hot boiled water about 1 inch above the beans, or you can bring some water to a boil in your pot before adding in the beans. Please do not add cold water at this point to the beans, otherwise it will make the beans not to cook evenly. So you want to add in some hot boiled water so that the beans can just continue the cooking process immediately. So once this process is completed, you want to cover the pot and allow this to cook down on a medium heat for at least 20 minutes. So the next step will be chopping the onion and the green bell pepper. The green bell pepper is totally optional. I'll be using that for garnish, but you can choose to omit it if you prefer. I'll be using a combination of vegetable oil and palm oil for this recipe. It is totally optional, and this is the same oil we used to fry the fish. I have taken out some from it. So in here I have 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. To that I added 1/4 cup of palm oil. I allowed to heat up. So next I'm adding in my chopped onion, and I'm going to saute this for about 2 to 3 minutes. It has been frying for 3 minutes now, so at this point I'll just go ahead and add in my tomato pepper blend. Next I'll be adding my combination of fish and vegetable seasoning cube. Now if you've been following me for a very long time, you will know that I always like to season my meals according to the protein I'm using. So if I'm cooking with fish, I always like to season with either fish seasoning cube or shrimp seasoning, also known as Maggi crayfish, but you can feel free to use any seasoning cube of your choice. So I'm just going to give this a good stir, and I'm allowed to fry on a medium heat for at least 20 to 25 minutes. Okay guys, so this has been cooking for 20 minutes now on a medium heat. So let's see if the beans is fully cooked. Alright, so our beans is soft enough, as you can see. Yeah, so the beans is fully cooked. Remember I said I soaked these beans for 4 hours, and we have also pre-cooked these beans earlier. So the beans is fully cooked to my liking. At this point I'll go ahead and add in my blended crayfish. Next I'll be adding in some curry powder, about 1/2 teaspoon. Next, I'll go ahead and add in some smoked paprika powder. Like I said earlier, it is totally optional. So next, I'll be adding in some salt to taste. So you can go ahead and add in the salt according to your taste. So once that process is completed, I'll be adding in my fried tomato sauce, which I allowed to fry for 25 minutes. So next we are going to cover this up, and please do not stir at this point, otherwise it will cause the beans to burn, except you are using a non-stick pot. And we are going to allow this to cook down on a medium heat for at least 10 minutes. So while waiting for the beans to cook down for additional 10 minutes, I'll go ahead and start frying my plantains, and I have them already peeled. I also have my oil preheated. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in the plantains, and I'll be frying each side for about 5 to 7 minutes on a medium heat, or until they are golden brown all over. Okay guys, so finally our beans is ready, and guys, this smells so delicious. Like, it smells so amazing. I'm just going to give it a stir, and then I'll add in my green bell pepper. At this point, I'll be adding my green bell pepper, and remember it is totally optional, and once that is stirred in, I'll turn off the heat because we are done cooking. My plantains are ready as well, so I'm just going to quickly take them out from the oil, place them on a paper towel to absorb the excess oil. We've come to the end of today's video, and I hope you all give this recipe a try. It was so delicious. And if you like this video, please be sure to click the like button. If you're new to my channel and you've watched to this point, please take a moment to click on that red button there that says subscribe, and when you are done, click on the bell sign. That's so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. I want to say a big thank you to you all for watching, for staying with me throughout this video. Stay safe, and I will see you next time with another mouth-watering and delicious recipe. Bye for now.